3 assassination attempts by the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps have not deterred Itzik Moshe, the dynamo behind the advocacy project known as Israeli House, from spreading his vision of strengthening Israel's ties globally.
Exactly when we declared that we would open in other countries, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps terror organization decided to assassinate me. Then I stood in front of the mirror and I said, I have 2 options. Either I don't do anything and I fear and die of fear within myself, or the opposite. I say I work for the state of Israel, and I don't care what happens. Of course, I would now have to guard myself and continue with my activities.
In the course of 6 months since the attempted killings, Israeli House opened its doors in 18 countries around the world. Originally a Georgian Jew, Moshe immigrated to Israel and later returned to Tbilisi as the first official representative of Israel to the Soviet Union since 1967. He decided to launch the pilot in the country of his birth and take the mission of reshaping Israel's ties around the world upon himself.
10 years ago, when the UN passed an anti-Israel resolution with the support of 137 countries, I realized that the time had come to start to act for the homeland, to start to act for the state of Israel, and we funded an organization called the Israeli House. We said, let's teach the countries more information about Israel, because if a friendly country such as Georgia votes against Israel, what will the rest of the world do?
The Georgian-based Israeli House worked on a multiple project model that included participants from the business and cultural sectors of Israel, which helped establish bilateral relations with the host country and international network.
We have a world history subject in the secondary schools, which includes issues related to the Holocaust. And by the decision of the Ministry of Education and Science of Georgia, this subject, the classes, the hours for this subject will be widened, and students, new generation in Georgia, will have more information about the Holocaust.
The pilot program proved successful in Georgia, allowing the goal to be set of 100 chambers of Hasbara and educating over 1 million Israelis in the diaspora to become ambassadors for their country. Not costing Israel's foreign ministry a cent, the Israeli House has funded all of its activities with no governmental assistance. But this year's Israeli House's event in the courtyard of Jerusalem's Tower of David took an unexpected turn.
The truth is that at the beginning, the government of Israel did not really like my activity, because I think they saw it as competition. But I did not get upset. Every new idea always has opponents. This was a new idea and a new method, and there were some that did not understand. But today, what happened was a miracle. The foreign minister of the state of Israel, in the name of the government of Israel, said that we will work together and we will support you in funding 100 representative offices around the world. Look, no one has enough resources. Not the Jewish Agency, not the World Zionist Organization, and not the State of Israel to do these things. Why would it bother anyone that a man with means, contacts, and money comes along and does it at his own expense?
Former Israeli parliamentarian Hilik Bar accompanied Moshe on his journey from the very beginning, acknowledging that Moshe's activities were a very effective alternative to the gap created by the lack of budget of Israel's foreign ministry for advocacy.
We have many enemies, many advocates against us, BDS, whatever. We have a foreign ministry, lack of real budget. Misrad Hasbara, who is not very rich, if I may say so. And then when Itzi came with this idea of duplicating chambers of Hasbara in many, many countries, not only in Georgia, and right now we just witnessed 18 countries that are starting, as we speak, to have these chambers of Hasbara in each country.
I do not think that Hasbara is about speaking about what is happening in Gaza or in other countries. The fact that they see that we are normal people with 2 arms and 2 legs, that we love other nations, and that we are ready to cooperate is the greatest Hasbara.
Some interesting projects have arisen in numerous countries.
In Turkey, we are about to launch a huge project, funding the Jewish Ottoman Museum. In this initiative, we bring Israel to Turkey and Turkey to Israel, and this way we will be much nicer to the Turks, and the Turks will be much nicer to us. The secret is to hear what the other side wants and build a model of cooperation, and not to speak from one side, but to cooperate. The fact that Sri Lanka will commemorate International Holocaust Remembrance Day is a great achievement. The fact that the Sri Lankan tourism minister wants to cooperate with the State of Israel is another huge accomplishment.
So Muslim countries with Muslim community like Albania and Kosovo are countries that I was witnessing myself, the activity that we did over there, and now Dubai, the UAE, and Turkey, and the sky's the limit.
The Israeli House has gotten Israel's lawmakers involved in the project. Parliamentarian Siga Malaku is the head of the friendship group with Sri Lanka in the Israeli Knesset.
As a Knesset member, I decided to be the chairperson of the relationship between Sri Lanka and Israel Parliament. And that is, I learned it from him.
Despite the various joint efforts to advocate for Israel, internal issues take a heavy toll on Israel's perception worldwide.
This reform or revolution depend, it's damaging the Israeli advocacy around the world, definitely in the Arab world. I totally believe that this incitement, this polarization inside the Israeli society is even more dangerous than the Iranian bomb. I said it, and I totally believe in it.
A dramatic event in the courtyard of the Tower of David brought for the first time the official support of the Israeli government to this project. The evening, filled with dancers clad in blue and white costumes, danced to Jerusalem of Gold, Yerushalayim Shel Zahav, sung by a non-Jewish Georgian woman who does not speak Hebrew, and set the stage for an evening of Israeli pride.
I'm very honored to be here and to be participating as a singer from Georgia and singing in Hebrew. These songs are deep, are connected deeply to my heart.
I'm from Azerbaijan, but I also participated a lot of time in Israelis' house in Azerbaijan, so I'm deeply connected with them.
Moshe, seeing his vision materialize, leaves him with high hopes for the future.
In 10 years, we will have 100 representative chambers, and I would like for the foreign minister to kidnap it and take it over, because I don't want to go into politics, I don't want jobs, and I don't want to make money from it. The opposite. I'm putting my money into this project.
One man, one vision, trying to change Israel's perception to the world. From Jerusalem, Felice Friedson reporting for the Media Line.